Hello. So, I have a new obsession. Let me explain. I'm not one to obsess, but this is kind of taking over my life. I've always enjoyed coloring. As a kid, I would color. I'd had like this really big, like thick book of coloring pages. Now that I'm an adult, I am an adult. Now that I'm an adult, I like to use adult coloring books, like those classic adult coloring books. You've seen them, I'm sure. I've recently discovered digital coloring. Digital coloring. It's pretty fun. It's a little bit addictive, just a little bit. Yeah, I just want to talk about it. Let's have a conversation about it. So we have an old tablet that was kicking around our house. Let's just say it's about a 10-year-old tablet, okay? 10-year-old tablet. We decided that we want to try to put an app on that tablet for laser engraver designs. I want to work with the laser engraver that we have, and I want to make designs. And so obviously to laser engrave, right? And so we thought we'd get an app so we could like make mandalas and make other designs, and then we could like export them and put them into the laser engraver and, engrave them and stuff like that. However, it was discovered there is no app with all the features that we wanted. Because of that reason, we kind of ditched that idea. However, I discovered an app on the tablet that is a coloring and like drawing app. It's mostly a drawing app, I think, but it has a bunch of coloring pages on it. It's called PenUp, in case you're interested. Like, it's not an ad for PenUp or anything. It just this is the one that I happen to use because it came with the tablet. I decided to try coloring digitally. It's actually really satisfying if you like coloring. Or maybe you're like a kid and you like coloring, kid coloring books, or maybe whatever. If you like coloring on paper, you might like coloring on the tablet. So basically what I'm trying to tell you is that it's addictive a little bit. Like I said, a little bit addictive. I want to show you some of the stuff that I've been working on with my coloring obsession. So I have a couple of folders in this app. One is drafts, because that's just the folder that they give you when you want to save, like when you start coloring a picture and then you save it in your drafts, right? Okay, that's fair. Those are the incomplete the incomplete pictures. And then there's a folder that I ironically named masterpieces because I am no artist. And I'll show you a few of them here. This snot house, it basically, it looks like it's supposed to be snow if you look closely. This does not look like snow, not only because it is green and yellow now, but it is lumpy. It's not just lumpy, it's like globular. It's globby, if that's a word. Globular, I guess, would be the word. It's globular. So it's a lovely house that I put curtains in. These are my curtains. I put those in there. I'm very proud of my curtains. But the snow looks like snot. Globs of snot. So I made it into globs of snot. Next, I also just recently did this lovely picture. I think it came with Valentine's Day at one point, but it's just You Make My Soul Happy. It's lovely. I basically just colored it using, like, as you can see here, it's like this is like the marker tool, and then like this, the fuzzy outline is like the airbrush tool. It has different tools that you can use for different effects, right? This one, I'll show you the next picture I've done here, is all in the crayon tool. The crayon tool leaves bits uncolored. You have to work really hard and go over it a whole bunch of times to fill in all the gaps. So as you can see here, see, like that. I think it actually does look like a crayon, personally. That's because like when you color with like a wax crayon, I mean, what else kind of crayons are there? When you color with a crayon, or I guess there's pencil crayons. When you color with a crayon, it's not even, right? And this is even, but it's leaves like little bits that look like you colored with a crayon digitally, as close as they can get, right? Something else I've been doing, which I want to show you here. You can see in the corner here, I'll just zoom in here for you. You can see in the corner, I have a palette. And in the palette I figured out by making the markers a little bit see-through, and then I colored a bunch of colors overlapping. And then I would draw, I would use the colored dabber to pick out the colors, and then I would place them over here in my palette. And that's how I would design a palette. And I know this is not unique to me. This is not something that just I do. This is something my partner suggested I do. This is the picture I did with that palette, if you are interested. So those are just a few examples. As you can tell, I am very interested in this. I could go on. There are more examples. I'm so into this, basically, that it's like creeping on, taking over my life. I color in the morning before work. I get up, I get ready for work, and I color with my morning coffee. Then I go to work, and I obviously don't bring the tablet with me. That would be kind of silly. And then I color after work before I make supper. After supper, I color a little bit before I do stuff for the evening. And this is at the point where my partner says, don't color all evening. He says this. He's like, don't color all day, don't color all night, don't color all evening. Like, do something else productive. And then for 20 to 30 minutes before bedtime, before I get ready for bed, is what I should say, I color. And it's probably not productive to, no, I will concede, it's not productive to digitally color. Not really. Unless you're trying to get better at coloring, which is fine, but that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make YouTube videos. And making YouTube videos and coloring are not the same thing. And coloring, when kind of taken over my life, it's a little bit of an obsession, and I think it's unhealthy. And I need to like reel it back in, basically, just bring it back in. Because I was supposed to hang out with my partner downstairs, and instead of, he said, give me a couple of minutes, I need to like organize some stuff. And instead of going downstairs, I was distracted by my coloring to remember to go downstairs and hang out with him. So that's not good. And then there was another time I said I was going to work on YouTube, and I didn't because I was too busy coloring. It's not good. That's like, I kind of laugh about it, but like, it's not actually good. I have forgoed different activities in favor of coloring. That's not good. A little bit of an obsession. I'm trying to reel it back in. I'm sure you can relate. I'm sure everybody has, maybe not everybody, but maybe you have something that you can't seem to get enough of, that is kind of taking over your life. If you do, let me know. I'd love to hear it. Maybe we can be in the same boat and, you know, fight these things together and like kind of take our lives back. I need to take my life back from this coloring obsession because it's becoming too much, and that's not good, obviously. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. I think I have like 180 of you, so that's awesome. Thank you so much. And I'll see you when I see you. Bye.